There are many different techniques, we could say, to arrive at a pure state in spiritual consciousness. Meditation, prayer, reflection, contemplation. But there is a pure state, and as soon as you quiet yourself, you'll sense it. And as soon as you need anything from it, it will be there. At the same time, we're feeling the daily confusion and pain and awkwardness of being a human being. So if we keep residing in this place more purely, more quietly, I've all my life had a desire to heal everything and everyone. I remember as a child, my Uncle Louis, who was in the Army, I tried to touch his shoulder when I was 6 years old, let him know it's all going to be okay. And he was kind of angry because he was very material. And I didn't, okay, so you learn that way. And then 2 weeks later, something else or someone else. And then, and you'll be very, very shy and calm and pure inside. And you'll always be shocked when someone compliments you on something because you're selfless. Because in spiritual consciousness, you're not a person in a world. You're in a place, you're so humble that it's painful, but not because there's something wrong with you, but because in spiritual consciousness, once you take that last step into what's called enlightenment, you're in this open space. There is no individuality. There's just this pure, infinite happiness. Infinite. There is no other word. You'll see it in fine art or literature or poetry or romance. It's the sense of this, and it's that sense like a trillion suns. I mean this literally. That's my personal experience, and it's so hard to transmit it, to give it, but you'll find ways and means and it will come to you. And whenever you have to help someone, it'll be there under any circumstance. I've done it under every circumstance. I'm saying that for you to trust that which should not really be named. You're trusting in someone who is infinitely more humble than we are. So the idea, the concept of God is inverse of what it really is. Worship is you love the one, what you love, you care for, you become that. And in spiritual consciousness, you're simply reuniting with God, with the place you dropped in from to help this craziness. So don't worry about the horribleness. Don't worry. There's nothing stronger. There's nothing that can happen to the human soul that can even touch it. When you sit quietly and arrive at this place, that makes sense. Quiet yourself. Prayerfully, walk away from it all, find a way secretly to do it. When I was young, I was in South Philadelphia, I would hide behind things or in an alley because I was feeling this stuff, and I would just sit myself down next to trash cans or whatever, or hide in a room someplace where no one could see through, and the edge of a doorway, and whenever I'd feel these things. And you will feel these things for the rest of your life, all day. You'll be aware of God for the rest of your life. All day. God will be with you to guide, to show, to teach, protect, and you will become that is, that always was. Your soul is more powerful than all the armies of the world. Step away from it all. You won't need or want or desire. And the only loneliness you're going to have is for a little deeper closeness with our friend and our Father and our family, which is God, and our family and our friends and our neighbors and those we trust spiritually around us will rise up with a morning mist at dawn each morning. And we'll become a little more pure, a little more understanding, a little more wise, a little more capable of healing and caring those that we can trust in our environment, whatever it might be, in whatever community. I've worked with people with every kind of community, and there's always a closeness, but beyond that, something that has nothing to do with name or place or time or circumstance. It's the pure state. It's the real you. You gave that up to be here. Simply remind yourself, but this that we call God will be with you and remind you from this moment on. And you'll help and heal and care for, redirect and direct all the decent people in your life. It's a wonderful time to exist in this world. You will heal the nations. There's no circumstance, no trauma, no evil out there, but there is coming at you because you're going to expand beyond and through everything. And you won't react to anything. It's been called enlightenment. If you read it through Psalms or Proverbs, you'll see these, wherever you go, the Spirit is there. If you're deep under the sea or in a mountaintop or circumstance or at war, I've certainly felt that in combat. This peace, this joy, this wonder. You can read about that in the writings of endless individuals who experience this great spiritual presence under extreme circumstances. There is no extreme circumstance to those of us who are awake. There's only this adoration for God and God's adoration for us. And there are no details. Thank you for listening. Thank you, sir.